And of course, we'll end with this. This is the view I'll show you. I will tease it a little bit. Hopefully you can hear the noise. Simon of the Board Hey-Ho here. Thank you for joining me as always. And that's right. Today we're going to talk about my last match as the money maker in UPW Ultimate Pro Wrestling, where I had a steel cage match against Adam Maxted, title versus title. And very sadly, I lost. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, there is a link in the description below. Please do give it a click and watch the whole thing if you can. Support independent British pro wrestling, blah, blah, blah. I do have a few clips that we are going to go through, and then hopefully down the line, I can't promise this, we'll go through the entire match. You know, it's totally up to them. I totally get it. They were very kind to send me some clips. But, you know, they're trying to make money. Let's just be completely honest. And they need it in order for the promotion to keep going. And it's not a lot of money. It's a few pounds. And you get the whole card too. And they're all still cage matches, which is crazy. Now, if you haven't watched any of my wrestling reaction videos before, the reason I like UPW so much is because they gave me a character to sink my teeth into. So it's still kind of Simon Miller in the sense that there's a YouTube background. But in this magical world, I became super duper rich from YouTube and just realized, you know, thanks to my manager, Lewis Rossiter, I can just cheat my way to the top to win the championship by buying people off and by getting people to do my bidding. So that's what we did. I beat Adam Maxted a year ago when I smashed him on the head with the bottle. I then won every single one of my title defenses by being a mega asshole till UPW were like, right, we've got to lock you in a steel cage so people can stop interfering. Now, there's lots of twists and turns in this match. I'm very, very proud of it. I thought it was very, very fun. And so for now, you know, just to get a few bits out there, I thought we'd react to some clips. The first one is this. I may have to turn the volume way down because I come out to licensed music. But this did not work how I intended. So I wanted to look terrible. So I thought I'm going to buy a gold robe. Apologize, I have to watch it on my phone. It's a long story to do with my internet today. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I got this gold robe and I wanted to find the worst one possible. So I got this one on Amazon for like 15 quid, but I think it went too far the other way. I look like I've come from the Middle East or something, which was not my intent. I was a bit worried it was offensive. So you will have to forgive me. That was not the idea. But the cool thing is, got the scarf on, been wearing that the whole time. Got the stupid glasses on, wearing that the whole time. And I'm not 100% sure. You can kind of see I've got the Moneymaker t-shirt on. Because we've got a proper logo now. And we had both titles on a table down there, which, yes, is the table I fell through when I got thrown off the top of the stage. My manager carries it, very Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, CM Punk. You know, you like to bring in sort of different inspirations. And that was really funny. I went to slap a kid's hand. I went to put it away, but I was too late, so he slapped it. So then I pretended I was going to give him a whack around the face. But I do love being an asshole. Like, it's so weird. I know if you've watched any kind of wrestling, you know that all wrestlers say this. But there is something very therapeutic about it, I suppose. I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to hear because, again, you know, I got to turn it down because the licensed music, YouTube will go crazy. But I will pimp out their subscription service again. Again, link in the description below. It's awesome to get booed. And they genuinely hate me and Lewis. Like, they hate us. They can't stand us at all. Which makes me happy. Which doesn't make any sense. And it was cool to be in a steel cage match. Like, it's one of those things where, I don't know why there's weird tick boxes in wrestling, but that was one of them. It just felt like a thing to do. And I was meant to have new gear for this one, but unfortunately it just wasn't able to be. But I got this whole green and gold motif, and we've got logos all over it, so I'm not going to spoil what we're going to do with that. We have a plan, but that's definitely coming. And something else we did was this. So it was Adam Maxted's idea, really, really smart, but we're fighting on the side of the cage. I tried to escape, basically, even though it was a pin or submission thing. I tried to escape because I can't keep this guy down, and he kept going up. So I go to escape the cage, and he said, well, because we've got a little bit more, you know, maneuvering, we could do a springboard suplex off the damn thing. And we both mentioned it kind of look like a Spanish fly in the end, but in reverse. And I'm oddly proud of that. Like, I don't know why. I don't know. It's just something about it. I'm just being a nerd, right? I'm being a nerd. Like, I understand it's a stupid, over-the-top, flippy spot, blah, blah, blah. But it did tie into what we went to do because Adam Maxted had to kick my ass. Like, I haven't got a clip of this, but the first thing I'll tease it. So basically just before the bell rang, I did something to cheat, so I was on top at the start of the match. And that's why when he was able to get up on me, he had to kick my ass. This has been 12 months of me ducking and avoiding him, and every single person wanted me to get beaten up. So if I didn't get beaten up in a spectacular way, I don't think it would have worked. And I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the proudest things I've done in wrestling. And it's because of UPW and the confidence and the faith they put in me. But it's also Adam Maxted, who I genuinely love working with. Just breaking kayfabe here. I know, terrible human being, but he's awesome. And some people you just have chemistry with, and we've got it. This was awesome as well. So the referee gives me a push after I've decided I love it. I decided basically it wasn't counting enough. So because no DQ, I just get to punch him. I just get to punch him in the face. I don't know why this entertains me so much. It's just a dick thing to do. Like, what a child. And as we had Fitness Channel 2, yeah, like, I wasn't in my best shape here. I am losing weight at the moment. I'm down like 1.5 stones. Maybe not that much, maybe about 1 stone, but I was carrying way too much fat. I was just eating and lifting weights. I kind of lost focus. I got a trainer on. Shout out to Ryan. He's so damn good. And I'm still getting there. This wasn't great. And blah, it's a whole other thing. I won't talk about it. But slowly but surely, we're heading in the right direction, which is good. But I love that you get to do stuff like that. You can't do stuff like that with a bad guy. He didn't count 3 quick enough, so I punched him in the head. And this is a cool one too, because I haven't really talked about this. Boom. Rock bottom, which kind of went all over the place. I shouldn't say rock bottom, really. I mean, it was inspired by the rock bottom because it's called the Money Drop, Money Maker Miller, so I wanted to get that in there. Look at us both selling it. And that's going to be my new finisher going forward, mostly because we were doing a gut wrench power bomb, but we thought it looked too cool, and I want a move that can be done from anywhere and really, really quickly. And we wanted to do something that's really obnoxious. So we can't do the stunner because it's just too iconic. But we thought, well, we can do that one a little bit. A Urinar gaze, what it's actually called. So that's the first time I busted it out. Bless Max it again. He was like, I'm going to sell this like death, which he did. And I'm just going to completely break the fourth wall because I had so much fun. If people get mad at me, they get mad at me. Special little club. I appreciate you being here. But I was like, oh, I'll hit you with it and you can kick out. The promoter's like, no, we're trying to establish it, you moron. And they were right. I got carried away, as I do. But yeah, I don't know. When I watched it back, I was like, oh, okay, there's still more I need to do with it. I need to do some tweaking. But it's like that in wrestling. When you do something new and it's not too bad, at least on my end, I'm always like, oh, thank goodness. And then this is the finish as well, which was pretty damn cool. Like, I finally got back to my feet after a good sort of 10 minutes after throwing through the table. James Storm has come out. I'm not going to explain why. And I just flip him off. And then something happens after that, which again, I'm not going to get into. But it is pretty cool being able to flip off people that you have watched on television when you were growing up. And he's a tremendous guy too. He's super duper nice. And I was really flattered that he could be involved. And of course, we'll end with this. This is the view I'll show you. I will tease it a little bit. Hopefully you can hear the noise. And look, I took way too long. I was terrified. But yeah, that's all I'm allowed to show you. You get it right, but I wanted to show you what I could do. Scariest bump I've ever taken. I would have done so many things differently in retrospect, and it's on me. It's on my brain. Like you need those things to look spectacular, and it got a good reaction, which is the main thing. And it hurt like hell. Let me tell you that. Like when I fell through that damn thing, I smacked my head really badly to the point I didn't even hear the reaction at first. I was just like, "Are we okay? Are we okay? Are we okay? Give it a minute. Give it a minute. We're okay. It's all right." And it is a stupid thing to do. There's no two ways about it, but I just wanted that character to really, well, twofold. I wanted that character to really get his, but also the second part is this isn't the end, this is just the start of the story. And that fall is going to turn into other things down the line. But I know what the comments will say. It was my idea. I pitched it. I said I want to do the Shawn Michaels 1997 Hell in a Cell bump. Will I ever do it again? Maybe, but I'm not going to pitch it. Someone's going to have to pitch it to me, and then I'll decide if I want to do it. So just a quick one today. Like I say, hopefully in a couple of months or whatever, we can go through the whole match, but it is their property, and they were very nice to send me some clips. Hopefully it gives you some flavor, and if you can support it, again, the link is down there. It would mean the world to me to watch the match. If you do watch it, come give me feedback. Even if, Simon, you're a shit wrestler, try and be a bit more constructive with it so I can get better. But I live for that kind of stuff because you want to get good. And the only way you can get good is with feedback. Also, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe with the bell ding ding. So now the videos are going live, there will be a video on the screen. Please do give it a click. Otherwise, what do we do? Grillermind.com/Simon. Get Simon. Use code Simon to get 10% off. Patreon.com/Simon316 to support me that way. At Simon316 on Instagram and Twitter. Always appreciate a follow on Cameo if you want a shout out. And then that's it, I think. I'm missing something. SimonMetal.BigCartel.com. All t-shirts are really cheap at the moment, and once they're gone, they're gone. Otherwise, you take care. See you soon.